Eddie Jones has launched a ferocious attack on the decision to give Luc de Jager a permanent red card in South Africa's 32-17 victory over France at the Stade de France, calling it ridiculous and accusing referees of ticking boxes instead of interpreting the law. The Springboks lock has now been handed a 4-game ban, compounding the controversy surrounding his first half tackle on French fullback Thomas Ramos. Referee Angus Gardner reviewed the incident under World Rugby's head contact process, deciding that de Jager's hit, despite Ramos clearly falling in a prior tackle, was always illegal. The call meant no mitigation could be applied, and the Boks were forced to play the entire second half with 14 men. But Jones was furious. Speaking on the Rugby Unity podcast, the Japan coach accused officials of being slaves to the rulebook rather than the reality of the game. The guy's 6 feet 8 inches, and he must have been, when he hit him, I reckon, 3 maybe 3.5 feet above the ground, Jones began. I know there's head contact, and I know we have to worry about the safety, but I just can't see how that's a red card. He's trying to do everything right. Everything right. It spoils the game. When host David Pembroke suggested that de Jager's tucked shoulder might have made the action careless, Jones shot back immediately. He's trying to make a tackle with a bloke who is ducking. That's not careless, Jones replied sharply. One thing you see in the game now is very few careless acts, very few, and there's a lot of accidental head contacts, and that was accidental. Why would he try to ram his head into the other player's head? That's just ridiculous, and I thought it was a ridiculous refereeing decision, and it spoiled the game. Pembroke attempted to defend Gardner's process, arguing that the referee and his team looked at it thoroughly and came to the right conclusion under the law. Jones wasn't having it. No, they have to interpret the laws, he snapped. And that, Jones argued, is exactly what's missing from modern rugby: interpretation, nuance, and common sense. For Jones, de Jager's sending off highlighted everything wrong with the sport's current obsession with protocol over judgment. Players, he said, are being punished for accidents in the name of safety optics, and the spectacle is suffering because of it. Why would a player of his experience deliberately make head contact? Jones asked. It doesn't make sense. These are rugby collisions, not acts of malice. Despite being reduced to 14 men, the Springboks still dominated France, with tactical substitutions from Rassi Erasmus proving decisive. Grant Williams and Andre Esterhuizen both scored crucial second-half tries, while Esterhuizen even covered as a makeshift flanker. Jones pointed to that as proof of South Africa's unmatched squad depth. Having players that can play multiple positions is such a gift for a coach and a team, he said. The ability to build depth in a squad, which South Africa have better than anyone at the moment, allows them to have that flexibility and allows them to finish games really strongly. He also linked the result to a wider trend across the weekend: the rise of the finishers era, where the impact from the bench defines outcomes. That was one of the general trends on the weekend in all the games: the power of the bench, the power of your finishers, and how much influence they can have in the game, Jones explained. Even while defending de Jager, Jones managed to highlight what he believes is the real gap between South Africa and everyone else: depth, discipline, and intelligence. So, was Eddie Jones right? Did the referee's decision kill the flow of the game, or was it a fair call under the new rules? One thing is certain: rugby's red card chaos is far from over, and Jones isn't the only one who's had enough. What do you think? Was de Jager's hit reckless, or was rugby robbed of common sense yet again? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Green and Gold Army News for more explosive Springbok coverage every week.